Hello everyone. So now we shall discuss product building and structures, so which is under module 5, which is coming under product lifecycle management. So myself, Poorna Chandra, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Global Academy of Technology, Bengaluru. First of all, we shall analyze what is meant by virtual product development. So virtual product development basically is a bit different from conventional manufacturing method. In conventional manufacturing method, so there is a lot of wastage in time, money, and also regarding the material. So while preparing the physical prototype. So in case of conventional manufacturing, so we need to start with a 2D drawing, and the drawing should be transferred to design, and finally with a selection of different materials. So the physical prototype has to be manufactured. So once the physical prototype is manufactured, then that physical prototype should be analyzed for any kinds of defects present in that. So if there is any changes in the design or any defects present in the physical prototype, then again we need to go back to design stage and make changes in that, and again we need to prepare a new prototype which costs more. Again, if some defects present in that, again we need to go back and again restart the work. So it was taking a lot of time and a lot of money we need to spend on to prepare the actual product. So to overcome that, so the new technology was being introduced, which is known as virtual manufacturing or virtual prototyping technique. So which has been followed by today's world. So the companies, so what they do, so they go for virtual manufacturing method with help of advanced computers. So they can do all this work with the help of computer itself without manufacturing a physical prototype. Next, what is meant by this virtual product development? So virtual product development provides engineers with a better understanding of a product performance, attributes, and eliminates design problems. That is, with help of this virtual prototyping, so we can avoid the defects which can be found at the end of the stage. So the defects can be avoided because regularly we can perform the changes in the design. So with help of virtual prototyping technique. So the end result will be innovation, which is cost-effective designs and higher levels of reliability in less time. So without preparation of any physical prototype, so which will save a lot of money for the company. So virtual product development, also referred to as virtual prototyping. So it is a modern interdisciplinary approach to product development, so directed to design of technically the best and cost most advantageous solutions for customers. So close operation with customers and fulfillment of their functional demands and constraints are permanently exhibited. So this picture helps us to understand how the virtual prototyping or virtual model will be built. So you can check out here the virtual manufacturing method. So it may start with reverse engineering. So if you have any kind of product, so you can identify the drawing or extract the drawing from the product, and that is known as reverse engineering. And we can go for rapid prototyping of that physical model, that is virtually, and again rapid tooling can be done. And finally we can go for virtual reality technology, where a 3D visualization and interaction will be made. And finally virtual inspection, where we perform different analysis, so measurement and control over complete product. And finally we can go for simulations and a study of different kinds of motions with application of different pressure and force on the model or the product, and we can analyze that. So and also we can perform simulation. So and we can prepare the final product, and we can show how it will look like. So finally we get 3D system visual virtual model of the product. So product complete virtual model will be ready, and that can be sent for manufacturing of physical prototype in further stage. So this is how the virtual prototyping will help us to reduce the time, and also it saves money and also the material. So which is more advantageous for the company. So one of the automotive product development, how it uses, you can check out here. So it consists of concepts and designs, which will start with that. And finally, it moves to a virtual stage. So where we prepare the virtual prototype and design analysis is made. So parametric design optimization is made. So finally, it is moved for simulation. So after simulation, the product or virtual model will be ready. And finally, we can go for physical prototype. Ultimately, the production can be started with less time. So this is how one of the example how the car. So you can check out the machine can be done and can be analyzed. And if you want to check out the crash analysis, you can check how the a driver or the a person who is driving the vehicle will be and regarding its safety, so can be analyzed with help of a crash analysis. So one of the example. Further, we shall move towards a definition. So how can we define this virtual product development? So it can be defined as the working and analyzing techniques, so processes, methods for product development in a virtual environment, so which is created using advanced computer technology. That is, so it is completely a digital product representation, so which is created in computer based environments. So in this we can prepare 2D or 3D geometric model, so along with all supporting informations required to manufacture the product, so including non-visual characteristics such as speed, weight, cost, etc. Right? So the benefits of virtual reality have attracted even a small or a medium enterprises or industries also. So today's digital techniques, so processes and methods have become an essential part of the entire production technology network, from product planning through to product maintenance and servicing. So all are trying to follow the virtual method itself. That's how it is more advantageous. So then what are the disadvantages in traditional type? So why we need to go for virtual type? So this picture helps clearly. So in traditional, what all the things happens? So here in traditional, basically we start with 2D sketches. So we draw 2D drawings in the sheets with help of a pencil and a sheet, and further that will be transferred as a design, and then we go for a physical prototype or creating the prototype of that with the required material, right? So with the required material, so which may cost more for the company. And next stage is testing stage, so where testing is performed, and and again if it fails at this stage, again we need to go back for a design stage, again make changes in the design, and again come back with a physical prototype, new one, and again testing is made. Again if it fails, the cycle repeats. So we need to perform this job multiple times, so where we'll be losing a lot of money, time, and the material wise, and which is more expensive for the company to resist the losses, right? And if all are finalized, then we can go for building the product, right? So till that, a lot of time will be wasted. So but if we go for a virtual kind, so virtual type, here what happens, we can directly prepare a 2D or 3D drawing and the model with help of computer itself, and we can analyze it clearly. So, and we can perform simulation of that. So you can check out here how the analysis can be done. So you can clearly visualize the product, how it look like. Required changes can be made at every stage, and simulation is done. So finally, any changes required, you can go for redesign. So here it is most easy, fast, cost efficient design cycles. But in this case, it is costly, time consuming design cycles. So here with less time, we can go for building the actual product itself. That's how the virtual type is more advantageous compared to a traditional type. So again, if you list out the benefits of a virtual prototype, so these are a few benefits. So number one, it helps in evaluating design concepts, enables to conduct multiple product tests, prepare manufacturing tools, processes. So without building the actual product, that is most advantageous for us, and without destructing any physical prototypes. So no wastage. So next, it allows many tasks to be performed earlier in the product development cycle itself. So it is before creating any kind of a prototype. Next, helps in innovation process by accurately predicting product performance in virtual testing environment. So ultimately minimizing product time to market, design failures, and product development cost. So the innovation what will be done will be more accurate compared to traditional one. Next, enables to identify and address potential safety issues before manufacturing begins. The time and the cost required for a product development will be reduced. Product can be developed in a faster manner, so which helps in faster delivery to the market, and we can attract more customers within less time. So next important thing, the virtual product development tools. So tools, nothing but basically which is required to prepare the models or a virtual prototype. So different tools are available. The common two tools which are majorly used are number one, a 3D CAD system software. So this 3D CAD system, how it helps us. So if we compare this with a traditional one, in traditional we had we need to perform drawing on a paper using a plain old pencil. So they were limited to drawing in 2D itself. But with the help of CAD software, we can perform or we can create the designs in 3D format. So from start till the end, and we can perform different testing analysis can be done, and with respect to material setup also. So in that way, we can analyze in a better manner. So designing in 3D is more advantageous. So 3D CAD software allows us to visualize the end product during the whole design process. So enabling us to make changes as required, and the product can be analyzed for from multiple views and angles in different lighting scenarios. And we can also visualize the interior of the product. That is, the customer can visualize the interior, and you can finalize the product also. And one more benefit in 3D modeling software is we'll be able to show off what a finished product will look like to the clients, investors, or internal team, and which help us to easily sell the product. And it makes the customer to visualize in a better way. So 3D images also called 3D models. So that can be saved in different formats like IGS, STEP. So for exchange between different softwares, so which helps in developing programs for manufacturing using advanced machining systems. So the machines can read these programs or the drawings, so which helps for manufacturing this thing. So a few today's 3D CAD systems includes SolidWorks, Solid Edge, Unigraphics, CATIA, etc. So what are the benefits of these 3D CAD systems? So it helps to create conceptual design, product layout, strength analysis, dynamic analysis of different parts. Assemblies can be done easily, and quick decision can be made for product development. Necessary alterations to 3D models can be done automatically. So the final finished product will be without any kind of alterations. So increased design quality and accuracy and rapid generation of bill of materials can be done. So finally, it can be used to produce a different prototypes using rapid prototyping techniques. So these are different advantages of 3D CAD systems. So one more software which can be used is digital mockup. So here you can check out the virtual product, how it will look like. So which has been prepared with the help of digital mockup. The actual product is this. So digital mockup of XM1202, so mounted compact system. So here virtually that can be explained with help of this kind of prototypes, and it can be analyzed also before manufacturing the actual product. So here digital mockup, also known as DMU short form, is a concept that allows the description of a product usually in 3D, so for its entire life cycle. So the main advantage of this digital mockup is so so it helps us to replace any kind of physical prototypes with virtual ones. So using 3D computer graphic techniques. So it supports the design engineers, the manufacturing engineers, and support engineers to work together to create and manage the digital mockups. So it's also known as digital prototyping or virtual prototyping, so one and the same. So DMU engineers allows engineers to design and configure complex products and validate their designs without building a physical proto or physical model. So as you can see here, the virtual model or digital prototype, how it look like. So further digital mockup, so help us to identify the direct interface so between the components. It also helps us to design different components and visualize the assembly mockups, and it also helps us to measure, analyze, stimulate, design and redesign. So the main advantage of this is one more, to create high level digital prototypes, so comprising of thousands of parts. So thousands of parts can be analyzed easily. We can check the interferences between them and conduct part motion studies for all the parts. And finally, we can assemble them. And again, we can perform the interference study and motion study. And finally, we can determine whether sufficient accessibility is provided to facilitate maintenance procedures. So, and it also helps to viewable, it can be viewable form to other team members to annotate concerns or incorporate alternate design concepts. So finally, benefits of digital mockup. So the main benefits of digital mockups can be listed as follows. Number one, it provides ultra high performance 3D weaving and analysis for product designs by providing simultaneous loading and analysis of data from different CAD systems. So it helps to detect and resolve design issues every stage. So, and digital mockup also help us to create high level digital prototype comprising thousands of parts, so that you can understand here. So the capacity of digital mockup. It also helps us to check the interferences, motion studies. So all these are main advantages of digital mockup. It also allows engineers to design, configure complex products and validate their designs without ever needing to build a physical prototype. So which saves a lot of money, material and time for the company. So finally, DMU also encourages more design alternatives, leading to increased product innovation. So these are the major things regarding digital mockup. So this is a brief introduction about virtual product development. Thank you.